Hello, this is Henry D. Sapp, and welcome to my AR video presentation. This video presentation will take you through the journey that is my AR project, my action research project. And my action research project is based upon helping to motivate struggling learners using web-based programs and learning systems. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. My action research project investigates whether web-based programs and learning systems are able to motivate struggling learners and give them the sense of triumph they need in order to reach higher levels of success. Will the sense of triumph transfer from the computer world to the real world and afford these students the type of achievement they deserve? The reason for my action research project are my students. I was given a class filled with at-risk students at the beginning of the year. It showed that they had not performed well in previous years, but they deserved a better shot, a better chance. I didn't really have any idea as to how I would approach this because most of them were dejected and unmotivated. A lot of them were just unhappy because of what they'd been told about themselves in previous years. One way to combat this was to tell them that they were good learners and that they could make it. And through Full Sail, I was amazed by the technology that I was promised to learn. The fact that I was told that I'll be able to use these new technologies with my students to help motivate them, I was already off on a high. And when my action research project came about, it was an easy choice to use technology and web-based programs to help motivate my students. My literature review. In starting my literature review, I had my doubts. I really did not think the research would point me in the direction that I wanted to go. And I definitely didn't feel that the conclusion of my literature review would be go forward. Yet, go forward was the resounding answer. My literature review showed me that I was going in the right direction and that children definitely could benefit from technology in learning. That gaming in education is definitely a positive and definitely the wave of the future. It inspired me that these games, that these web-based programs and learning systems would be able to offer my students something more than they were just getting in the classroom. It would be able to foster in them more powerful beliefs in themselves, which is really what I wanted to do, because the research shows that we can teach the children a skill, but if they're not motivated to use that skill, then what have we really accomplished? By motivating them to use the skills that they're learning, by doing something that they enjoy, I've doubled my efforts. I've motivated them and I've taught them a skill. The only caution that I found in my research was to not allow my students to get lost in the digital reality, to lose their sense of self or their sense of their teacher. That's why I had to be sure to have conversations with them throughout the entire process and let them know that I was interested in what they were learning and that their learning was very important to me. I really enjoyed my AR blog. It was very useful to me, so I think it's only fair that we take a look at it. During MLR is where I was exposed to writing literature reviews. And the things that I learned here, I was able to apply to my action research project and write a wonderful literature review that really helped and guided me along my path towards my research, towards my action research. EDE. ScreenFlow. I really do enjoy using ScreenFlow and have used it over the course of several courses. But this is where it all began, where I started my first introduction into ScreenFlow. MLT. Wow. This course here was very powerful for me. It helped really shape my research because it showed me the importance of motivating students, of really hitting them where they are and seeing where they are. And I was able to take this technique and this thought process to push my research towards guiding my students towards something that I knew they enjoyed, which was technology. TMD. I have just been motivated. This course here was one of my absolute favorites. The fact that we're able to speak in front of our peers and be evaluated and reevaluated really helped to guide me and increase my ability to speak on camera to an audience. ETC Month 5. This class introduced me to a few Web 2.0 tools that I was able to use to help organize myself and keep myself going in the right direction while I was doing my action research project. MTA Month 6. A little more action, a lot more research. Course taught me how to use music and how to appreciate the power of music in education and how well that can motivate students. Month 8, GSM, Game On. This class gave me an appreciation for the learning management systems and the games that they used. This course really gave me an insight into why it did that and how important it was for those little games that are incorporated in those programs to be there. The children of today are into games and gaming and digital realities and digital media. So this course really helped me to understand that. It pushed me forward into helping my students use these programs and wanting them to use them more and more. This course really gave me great fire for what I was doing. Well, as you can see, I'm making a video, and this course helped me to shape my video making skills. LMO. This course is the course that really drove home the power of my action research project. It really spoke to me. It showed me that I was on the right track and that learning management systems can motivate students. I was so proud of the work that I had done once I got into this course, that my project was good. This course really gave me a great feeling about my action research project. My cycles were wonderful. I must say that each cycle itself was a journey. They are both very similar in their journey, cycle 1 and cycle 2, because it showed me that my students were able to sit down and focus on a task for an allotted amount of time and stay into that task. Those students really focused on that work and showed that they were really into what they were learning, which showed me that those programs were doing what I wanted them to do: engage them and motivate them. The motivation showed clearly in all of my students as they were able to continuously go back each day and work for those 30 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on whether it was cycle 1 or cycle 2, which I lengthened by 10 minutes and added another web-based program to it. Now, my results from my cycles in itself was just amazing. 16% increase overall. I was astounded to see that my students had given their all in these learning processes and had given their all on their actual work in the classroom. So I was able to see that the learning and the motivation that they received using the laptop and those web-based learning systems did transfer over to the real world and could be quantified in the pre-test and the post-test results, showing that they did learn something, that those programs did help them, did motivate them. Also, the smiles on their faces and the fact that they were asking questions, continually asking questions and answering questions, and showing me that not only were they enjoying what they were doing, but they were learning from it. At this time, I would like to thank you for viewing my AR video presentation. For your viewership truly gives my AR presentation life, and I'd like to thank you for that. Now, as far as my future, my actions based on my research, well, they lead me to my action research project can be seen as a beacon of light, shining its way for further research and further development of wonderful gaming and wonderful web-based learning systems to help motivate our learners and take them to the next level. As for my future, I see my future as working hard to create a learning system of my own, looking back to month 11, LMO. And I can see the beginnings of the tunnel. And I'm looking forward to working hard to find the light at the end.
So I want everyone to have fun and go Wildcats.